so we will soon be seeing a quick match jumping underway, and you can already see one of the players hopping in. Let's do a quick roll call. As for White Lightning, it's Dronis and Wattage up against for Sweat, Hunter and Mr. Markov. Right into the initial kickoff. The ball finds its way deep into the orange initially, a lob downfield, opening up Markov for a potential shot. Can't quite find the redirect in. Wattage there just to try and deny it, and Hunter comes in just to try and smack it over, and Dronis not going to allow it, sneaks inside that goal and saves away that first goal against them. So now Wattage having to fall back as Hunter seeing that this is definitely coming his way, but it is going to send it back over now into the direction of Jonas, who definitely wants to play this away. It's going to go straight back over. Dronis wanting to set something up, but cannot quite get it. And it's now Wattage having to save it away, and he just can't find that crossbar. Markov sinking a tight one into the middle of the net, and it's just Wattage trying to redirect it out. Does get a hit on it, does redirect it, but unfortunately that hit was just a little too far into the left, and it can't quite get out of the way before smacking across the line into the box. So we find the second kickoff now underway. As Hun going in here, you can see he's going to get another shot onto net here. He wasn't the one to connect onto the last one, but the pass over to his teammate definitely worked out, and this time it's Markov passing one straight back to him as he flicks it in over the final defender. 2 goals in the first 49 seconds. Third kickoff now underway, and it's Hun to just get it straight in, and it's a hat trick already. Not even into the second minute. And just a quick one right off the kickoff, just a faster flip, delivers that first touch, and with it the goal. So now trailing by 3, White Lightning definitely with an opportunity, and you can see Dronis not going to allow that same mistake to be made twice, waiting back in the goal, just going to play it patiently, make sure that ball gets hit away. And now you can see it's definitely more aggression coming out of Hun, trying to see if he can get something back onto the net in time. And instead, Wattage tries to dribble it in himself. Gets a 1v1 against Markov, which he almost wins, but narrowly that ball is going to be cleared back away. Dronis trying to see if maybe he can bump that final defender out of the way and open up a shot. Wattage tries to steal it off the pass, but it's just being played immediately out of this orange corner, back over towards the blue wall, where now Dronis to receive. Does it beautifully, and now he wants to hit a shot towards net. He does, but Markov going to deny. Goes up, slaps that one away, and Wattage had come up to connect as well onto the pass, but turns out being unnecessary, as this ball is just floating back and forth over here. Hun trying to see if he can get something there onto that ball, but can't quite find any sort of hit. Now you're seeing it's just back over to Markov, who gets it deep into the blue, does not find the net. And you can tell Hun just trying to anticipate these clears. He does! And he delivers a fourth and a hat trick for himself. Let's watch this one more time. Just plays it slow, allows Wattage to go up, and Wattage does miss that ball, but still just the patience to let that ball drop right back down, flick it over the remaining player, and win essentially what was a 1v2 to get yourself a hat trick and a 4-0 lead here. Only about 2 minutes and change into the game. It's going to be another shot pogoed straight down towards net. Dronis forced to go up and save that. He will, but we need to see some more aggression coming out of White Lightning. We need to see some fast shots towards net, and Wattage, a narrow miss on the ball, but a miss nonetheless. Hunter tries to take that straight back over into the blue. Can't quite do it, and Markov wants to set up a shot of his own. He will whiff. And that leaves it back over to Wattage, who just wants to try and win out here, get this ball in front of the net. He does. Dronis has it, gets a shot into the left, and wins it past the final 2 defenders. So that's a 2-minute 23 time on the scoreboard with a 1-4 deficit, but the gap finally starting to close ever so slightly. It's down to 3 with 140 seconds to work with. You could definitely see a comeback happening, but it has to be a series of aggressive volleys out of this team, and definitely has to be a few crisp shots just landing into that net. And Markov tries to clear it away, a little bit of an unlucky one, as does center it straight up, but luckily for him, Hun able to get in the way, get it straight back over, and Markov wanting to try and hit this back over towards the end, but can't quite do it. And Markov, oh my goodness, wants to see if he can just drop it across the line himself. Not going to be allowed to. And now you're seeing he's trying to just pass it over to Wattage, deliver this ball directly in front of the net. But the orange side defenders too wise to it, not going to allow it to slip by. And Sweat definitely showing why they've got that as their name, because they have definitely come here to win and are dominating their way through game one. Dronis trying to set up the second goal. Can't do it. Hun gets it past, and that's going to set up Markov with a shot, but he's a little bit too far from goal. Dronis going to try to clear it away. Markov sinks off a fadeaway shot just to see if he can punish those defenders, but he's not going to be able to. 80 seconds. Blue side finding themselves with the ball yet again, but they need to find some sort of attack, and it's going to be sent over into the orange corner. Wattage wants to try and play it off a clear, but it's a little too premature. That leads to Hunter getting it straight by him. And now you're seeing Dronis wants to play this out, see if he can get it over in front of the box, but ends up having to leave it right there to an orange aggressor. Is now falling back, definitely looking to try and hit this past everybody, and he gets it to Wattage, but Wattage can't quite find the shot. It's back over to Dronis. He wants to try and set it up, but he will. It's going to go straight over to Wattage, and with a little bit of fair play, he gets it straight past that final defender. You can see Hunter forced off the ball, goes straight back over to Markov, who's just a little bit lower and can't quite get the touch on that ball. So 42 seconds remaining, and the lead shrinks to 2. Markov taking it over towards this left wall right off the bat, but Wattage catches. He wants to take this 1v1. He will, but Hunter playing it slow, does not want to allow this one to slip by, and he won't. Plays it straight off the wall. Markov now to try and clear it away, and you can tell just how much these White Lightning players want to try and open up an attack. They are looking for any opportunity, and Dronis will go down and try to set up that pass, but Hunter taking the shot, leaves it centered in front of the net. Wattage to play it away. 12 seconds, an opportunity if they can score this goal now. Wattage stopping the ball, Dronis to hit. With only 6, it's looking less and less likely. The ball bouncing towards mid. No boost here from Dronis, and with it deep into the blue, that will be game one sealed up by the side of Sweat here, looking to see if they can transition into game 2 and claim a 2-0 lead. But for now, they sit happily at a 1-0 advantage. Players have had about a minute to regroup, think about their strategies going here into game number 2, but for Sweat, they're going to be thinking about one thing, getting that second win to put themselves on match point. Meanwhile, for White Lightning, looking to equalize, and now it's Wattage straight over to the wall, trying to set up a fast shot, gets it past one, but Markov clears away. It's back in mid, where Dronis playing this back, trying to see if he can get it away, and sees Hunter aggressing, gets it past one, gets it over to Wattage as well, but Wattage dodging under the ball, leaves it into a flick, but Markov up in time to hit it back over towards the corner. You can see right now it's just a fight for possession right now over towards the midline, as Dronis gets it over towards this wall. Wattage a touch on it, but a little bit shallow, trying to see if he can get it past, and Hunter bullied off the ball, but Markov able to reinsert himself here, as it's going to be a play right over towards the blue. An aerial shot, but shut down by Dronis. Wattage not able to get back in time, but Hunter just slightly off net, and nobody able to claim that first goal. It's back over to Hunter, now just trying to see if he can set this back up into the net, and a double touch that just barely misses off the top crossbar. 55 seconds expire. Wattage able to slam a ball deep into the orange. A bump coming through as well from Dronis, but Markov trying just to make sure it doesn't get centered up in front of that net. It's back over towards the orange corner, boomed back into the blue, and Wattage the last man back. Dronis trying to reposition, but Markov fighting him. Dronis to refollow, gets it onto the wall, but Markov an immediate kill. And now you're seeing it's just a low boost fight for Dronis to try and deny any centers, and an accidental team bump for the side of Sweat is going to make it very difficult. But Markov not able to steal away that boost. It's a shot from Dronis, and it finds the net. A very close one, as you can see. Hunter so close to clearing that one away along the goal line, but not ultimately able. A tight shot into the bottom left ends up having a little too much momentum to redirect, and it finds its way sweet into the other side of the box. The first goal now found by White Lightning as they look to try and capitalize. Wattage not able to quite connect onto it, but forces out a shot. Dronis almost slapping that into the net, but the crossbar denies. It's back over to the blue, where Wattage wants to play this one away. Gets it high, wants to try and do an aerial pass down to Dronis. He connects, Dronis takes the shot, it's high. It's back over in front of the net now, where Wattage does not want to give it up. He gets a hit over towards the blue wall. Low boost here from Dronis, but he's able to get an initial touch. Markov looking to try and steal this away if he can, but Dronis had recovered some boost, managed to get himself into the air. And now you're seeing just a fight for possession. Hunter booming it deep into the blue, setting up a potential pass play. He gets the ball, decides to take the shot. It's cleared away. A double commit on defense, though, and that leaves Markov with a very good opportunity to reinsert himself. Goes up, takes the shot, doesn't quite find the net. Dronis to play it away. It's back over towards mid, or at least you'd think, but Hunter going to be able to re-steal it there off a nice bump from Markov, who just gets Dronis out of the play, leaves that ball centered straight up in front of the net, and after a forced miss out of the defender, we find ourselves equalized once again. Wattage not ready for that shot to come oh so close to his car, just very fast. And now just into the second half, we're tied up yet again. Definitely lower scoring than the first one, and luckily for White Lightning, they don't give up one of those goals the same way as the first one, as would have been a little bit heartbreaking to give up the first lead to the Sweat side in this game off the back of a goal like that. But Markov still looking to definitely see if he can open up a goal nonetheless. Can't quite do it. He's denied there by the defender, and the ball just forced high, forced into a lob that's so close to net it needs to be saved, and no boost from Markov means he can't steal it from Dronis. And now you're seeing a mad dash over for the orange net, but Hunter, what a smart little hit there just to steal it straight over that aggressor, and really did a pretty unexpected shot there, and Wattage just not ready for the aggression. His ass to the ball, and he's just not able to turn around in time. Hunter, he has no boost here, well, 7, but just trying to stay with the ball, perhaps throw a fake in the direction, and Dronis falls for it. Goes to the corner, Wattage not ready, and that ball finds the net. Lead found by Sweat, and they're now looking poised to try and take this second game. The final 100 seconds now entered, Dronis stealing the ball, but Hunter able to get a shot towards net. It's a little bit left. You're just seeing it's Markov trying to reinsert himself into the play. Dronis now looking to clear. He will. It's over to Wattage. Takes the shot. It's a little high into the corner. And you can just tell how desperately these guys are fighting for ball control. Wattage almost hitting it back into his own. Redirect that just couldn't quite find target. And Markov wants to try and smack it in. He's so close, but Dronis from the very bottom, just lying on the ground, jumps up and denies. And what a close goal that almost certainly could have sealed this game away. A beautiful save. And the counterattack now underway. Wattage finds the ball in his corner. A miss flip, though, finds himself off the ball, and now it's a counterattack immediately. Low boost here from Wattage. Dronis has to get back in. Gets it back over towards this blue wall, but Hunter trying to just get it past. Gets it past one. Has to get it past Wattage. He can't. Tries to pass it over to Markov, but Markov with no boost already out of the play. 35 seconds, and you're seeing Hunter just trying to set something up for Markov. Eventually just has to go for forcing the shot out of the blue side, but Wattage getting this very close to home. He gets it straight over a near pass directly in front of net, but cleared away at the nick of time. And now you're seeing the final 19 seconds, a back and forth fight over in front of the orange net, really, as nobody from Sweat willing to give even a potential shot at this goal. Meanwhile, White Lightning desperately trying to get that 1-goal equalizer. 5 seconds left. They have one more attempt at it, and they're going to take this into the corner. They take it up. It's going to be killed high by Hunter immediately, and you're seeing Dronis wants to just take this over, and Sweat's just going to let it drop. The second game going their way. They find themselves at match point, and for White Lightning, a reverse sweep is now needed. Hopping into game number 3, Sweat with a dominating 2-0 lead, but the second much closer than the first, as White Lightning looking to try and reinsert themselves here and start off a reverse sweep. But all reverse sweeps start with the first, and it's going to be a strong start from Dronis. Just going to take that ball all the way from nearly the back wall of his end, flick it past one, go up, and just tries to bump away Markov. And I think he did get a slight touch on him, but even if he didn't, that's just enough pressure to force that player off the ball and deliver in that first goal in under 10 seconds. It's Back over to Hunter, who now wants to try and set it up, but a missed flip, or perhaps an intentional one, as he's immediately back onto that shot. Gets it straight over into the corner and flicked back down over in front of the net. He's trying to see if he'll be allowed to hit it past Dronis, and tries to do a cheeky little backflip hit to get it past him. He's going to be allowed to do that same thing twice, and now you're seeing the ball flying back over towards the mid. It's rolling along this blue side wall, back over onto the wheels of Markov, and Hunter now wants to see if he can equalize. It's going high. It's going to be dropping in front of this net, but Markov, a tough shot, not able to hit it. It's now back into this blue corner. And Wattage wants to try and play it out. He starts hitting it back over towards this net. It's going to be touched into the corner immediately. You can see Hunter wanting to start to play this away. Dronis touched down right off the bat, but demoed by Hunter, forced off the play. And now both of these cars trying to get themselves back over into the blue. It's Wattage just being a pretty dominating force right now back on the defense, and it's just going to be an overwhelming aggression out of White Lightning. It starts with a demo from Dronis on to the teammate who had gotten off of the ball immediately. It was Hunter just pushing over towards mid. Markov left alone with low boost in the corner, cannot get that ball away. So just overwhelming pressure there to get in a second goal and find themselves the first second goal lead of the series. Or at least of their side of the series. And now we're seeing Hunter trying to reinsert himself into this play. Gets the ball over towards the ceiling. Goes off the wall for an aerial. But it's going to be Wattage just looking to play it slow. Dronis dead. And now Markov finds the ball. Potential shot. Wattage trying just to deny anything. And Hunter a second too slow to that one. Dronis dead again. And Markov seeing another opportunity to set himself up. Flicks that ball in just the wrong way that it throws Dronis off. And oh my goodness, it's stolen away by Wattage yet again over in front of the orange box, and it's just too easy for Dronis. A hat trick for him as he slaps another one in. And how was White Lightning able to survive multiple attacks with a man down and still able to smack one over the line? They find a hat trick lead, as now we're seeing quite the reversal of game one here. Now, of course, favoring the blue. Hunter trying to look to see if he can get this one in. It's close, but Hunter going to be able to deny it. And as I say Hunter, I meant to say Wattage trying to smack that one into the net. But Markov finds the ball near the net. Hunter sees an opportunity for a shot, goes through to try and capitalize with a demo, and they just forget the one rule of twos. You cannot leave your net uncontested. Going for that demo leaves a wide open box, and Dronis a fourth goal over the line for himself, and just punishing that counter aggression out of Sweat. And that's just one of the things you got to keep in mind. Cannot always go for those demos, especially in twos. In threes, it's harder to make an argument for it because you take a man out of the play, still got two men back. But in twos, if your teammate's already committed, you better make sure that that ball's not getting past you. Hunter trying to play this deep into the blue right off the bat. Finds a potential shot, but Dronis not going to allow him to do anything with it and fakes off the ball himself. Looking to get a little bit of revenge on Markov. Finds it deep into the orange this time. And Hunter looking to see if he'll be allowed to play this away. Wattage going slow, goes for the demo, and does hit it, but Dronis immediately there to steal the ball right back. Markov reads it out, gets it back over towards net, but Wattage respawns, touches it away. A lob back over towards the net, but Hunter just barely not able to smack it over the line, and Wattage doing everything he can here just to sit along that goal line and deny every shot coming his way, but he can't deny that one as Markov finally able to capitalize off the aggression and smack the first one for Sweat over the line off the back of a very nicely timed shot, just sliding under, a slight adjustment, and just tap that ball into the net. 108 seconds left on the match, a hat-trick lead for White Lightning. Was looking to try and get themselves back into this match, and Markov missing off the ball in the corner. Means the counterattack's going to take just a little bit longer here from Sweat. But Dronis, playing it a bit too patiently, allows Markov to push back in. Try to take repossession of this ball, and a tight shot from Hunter denied there. As Wattage going to touch it away. Now Wattage trying to see if he can set up Dronis. He does, and a pogo shot almost comes through. Goes deep into the ground. Denied immediately there. as it's Hunter just trying to see if he'll be allowed to set something up. Markov goes for the follow-up, but touched away by Dronis, who is just not willing to give up even one more goal in this game. They have a 4-1 lead, perhaps looking to take revenge for that game we saw earlier in the series. Hunter trying to see if he'll be allowed to center one up. He will be, but it's too high from goal, and Wattage easily able to clear it away. 48 seconds, and it's looking unlikely here for Sweat. They are down, by 3, up by 2 in the series. But that's looking to shrink to a 1-game lead, as it's just a very nice slap back here from White Lightning. 4-1, showing quite a bit of offensive pressure, and showing that, you know what, we're able to put some balls on net too. With only 25 seconds, it's not written in stone, but you might as well be mixing it in wet cement, because 15 seconds left to go, and Dronis just going to be dribbling this ball over in front of the net. Might even see a 5th goal being smacked in here by White Lightning, and we will. Wattage comes through with one of his own. Gonna go ahead and insert himself onto the scoreboard as well, or at least in the goals department. He's been massive back on the defensive end. But 6 seconds to go. That will be basically all she wrote here for game number 3. White Lightning bite back and try to put themselves in contention to win this match themselves. 2 more standing in their way. And for Sweat, they're going to be looking to try and avoid catastrophe as they seal it up in potentially 4. Hunter getting a nice goal at the end here, dribbling it off this little steal away there by Dronis, dropping it in as well. Just a little bit of showboating right at the end. We'll see you guys back here in about 60 seconds, where we see, will White Lightning start to equalize it off, or will Sweat run away with a 3-1 match? See you in a minute. We jump into game number 4, now a little more uncertain. White Lightning, a very strong, aggressive display in game number 3. We'll have to see if they can continue it here into game 4, but a good kickoff from Dronis gets the ball deep into the orange off the bat. Wattage, a little bit of a confident jump there. Gonna be trying to smack that one in with an aerial he started back over on the blue side of the pitch. Not going to be able to do it, but doesn't give up the first goal, and Wattage going to be the exact one back there to deny the first goal from being smacked in on them. Markov to try to replay it. A deep shot over towards net. Doesn't quite find target, and he's just going to be trying to smack it across and into a tight angle, but Wattage not allowing that one either. Hunter, a very smart little touch off the wall, just to be able to touch that back over in front of net, and Markov trying to get a little fancy, smack it past those 2 aggressors on the defense. Some would call them defenders. Meanwhile, Hunter, oh my goodness, look at how close this was. I thought he saved it for a second. I want to see this one more time. Dronis goes up, tries to deny that initially, and then just goes all in on trying to kill it straight down. Look at how close that save was. Oh my goodness, but nonetheless, Sweat smacks it over the line. But good effort out of Dronis. You can definitely tell how much he wants to win this game. And of course, Wattage putting his all into this as well. But, well, Dronis is the one that's done the most recent interesting thing. So we're talking about him. Markov tries to set that up, and a miss there. Oh my goodness. Gives an opportunity for an open goal. And Wattage maybe a little bit over-aggressive on that one. See, he knocks that ball away from both Dronis and himself, but keeps it over towards the side, comes in to make sure that that mistake does not cost a goal, though. We were talking about how for a second he does touch that over into the corner. It was just an open net that him and Dronis could have either pinched in, or he could have passed over for an early shot. But after a little bit of a display like that, you can't really fault him for wanting to do it all himself. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we find ourselves equalized up once again at 1 apiece. Dronis not wanting to play that one high, goes low. Hunter meets him. And now just looking to try and deny past Markov. Fakes off the ball. Doesn't end up forcing any mistakes. It's a little more awkward now. They have to try and play this off their own, and it's going to be boomed away. Hunter trying to deny it, but Markov, a mistake. Tries to touch it away and just ends up lobbing it back over towards his own net. Too easy of a shot there on that one for Dronis, and an unfortunate hit from Markov. Obviously not what he was intending to do, but sometimes the ball just bounces where it may when you go up to hit it. 3 minutes 16 left. We find a 1-goal lead. And a very nice regain of the lead by White Lightning. Drones looking to try and play this one out. Can't quite find an initial hit, but he is going to get it past one. Tries to take it in past two now. Hunter trying to deny and not going to be able to. Drones, a beautiful little flick, lands directly under that top crossbar, and it's just going to deliver in a 2-goal lead here for White Lightning. As, wow, what a tight shot there. That lob could barely go any higher without bouncing off the crossbar, and yet it smacks straight into the open net. Or should we say doesn't smack, as it's a clear-cut shot. It's back over to Drones, looking to play this away. Hunter touching it back down towards mid immediately, but Drones not going to allow that to happen too much more. And you can see kind of now why the White Lightning's been able to come back into this game so strongly. Sweat going for a lot of the same offensive moves. They're trying to do something a little bit different now, as Hunter tries to go and hit a very impressive shot of his own and can't follow up onto the second shot, but that's why Markov's there, and they finally change it up. Try to make an impressive play happen out of Hunter, and it ends up transitioning into a goal. Nicely played from them. We were just talking about how the offense from them has gotten a little bit bland. They're going for a lot of the same pass it across and try to smack it over the line, and with Drones just playing so patiently in the box, can't really afford to go for that one too much more. They recognize it, switch up the offense, and shrink the lead back down to 1. 2 minutes left to go. Definitely not done and dusted yet. Markov finding the ball. Hunter trying to see if he can hunt down a second one, but Wattage commits high for that. Does not want to allow himself to be demoed, and he shows that by denying it, just by going straight up and clearing that ball away. Drones wants to try and slip one into the bottom right of net. Won't be quite allowed to do it, and going to be able to catch it and start another attack of his own. But Markov, what a mistake from him. Oh my goodness, let's watch this one more time. He goes up to just try and steal that ball away, ends up demoing Drones and knocking it into his own net. Drones, with no boost, was trying just to find some way if he could sneak the ball past into that net, and he is gifted a goal there. And I mean, obviously, it's hard to tell whether he's going for a fake or if he's just playing out a boost, but Hunter, a little bit pissed about that goal being scored on him, comes back and gets that deficit back. They are not letting themselves stay up at a 2-goal deficit for long. They want to be back within spitting distance of tying it up, and they have found just that. 104 seconds. It's Hunter just with this ball over in front of the blue, looking to see if he'll be allowed to set something up. And we've seen kind of a quieter game out of Markov this one. In the earlier ones, we could see him flying along, smacking shots left, right, and center. And Hunter goes up onto the wall, commits to trying to play that off of it, and Drones just does exactly what he needs. He sends a ball low. He sees even that Hunter's adjusting himself to go higher. And in that situation, you know what? Your opponent's basically covering the top half of net. Just send it low. He does. Gets the 2-goal lead back. With under 90 seconds, that might be the mistake that seals it. Markov wants to see if he can set something up. Gets a shot towards net, and it finds its way in. Sweat is not letting this one go away without a fight. Every single time they start to pull away, it is just shot after shot. It seems like every time somebody makes a mistake, somebody comes back and just smacks it over that line. We've been talking about how much smacking these guys have been doing onto these nets, and really some powerful shots finding their way in. But now Markov wanting to see if he can play this one. A tight angle, kind of a gentler one. Tries to just lob it past the defenders. Not going to be allowed to, and Drones with no boost wants to go up and try to reboost himself. Will be allowed to. Markov taking the shot, and it's a risky play here from Drones, as the last one back, a boom could have almost certainly sealed up the game, or at least tied it up. Now Wattage looking to try and do the same thing himself. It's a miss there by Markov, sends the ball a little bit too far towards mid, and Wattage just looking to see if he'll be allowed to play this one away. Drones sends it towards the left wall here for Hunter, who does manage to force that one high. It's a center in front of the net, taking it low, and Markov ties it. Let's watch this one more time because I did miss the setup for that, but Hunter just forces a pinch straight off the wall, and Wattage had already gone over to start going for boost, notices that that ball is turned around, and just makes the same mistake we saw from Sweat earlier. Goes onto the wall, tries to clear it high, ball gets sent low, and that is going to be done and dusted. Drones so close to punishing off of that kickoff, not going to be allowed to, and now it's an open net here in the back. Drones, the last man back, touches it away, almost sending it into his own, but he has to be careful and does not make that mistake. It finds its way back over towards Wattage, but now Hunter trying to set something up. It's floating back over towards the box. Hunter still here looking for a potential center, gets a shot on net, and Drones can't deny. What a shot off of the ramp. What a fast, low flick just to make a banger straight into the left side of net. And Drones, caught off guard, tries to jump up and deny. And we find ourselves 1 second on the clock with a 1-goal deficit. It has to be a kickoff, and they've just given up on White Lightning, faked off the ball, and giving the game over to Sweat. A 3-1 lead as they get up to a 3-2 scoreline in IGL Winter 2021.